that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Prime time over grind, game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Las Vegas Raiders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the... ...16-yard line.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From midfield now, Haskins. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Alvin Kamara.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running with Kamara. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 30.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Haskins to throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I mean, come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
This is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He rifles one, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Now right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
4th down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger, throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 there. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
This is Washington 7, Raiders 0.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Roethlisberger will throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Here's Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown. Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week. In week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 24, Roethlisberger. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and
3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. Let's say you, Mr. Referee. So with a big tight end holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Goodwin able to hold him in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was taken
a gain of 3, 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 2nd down, Jacobs looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down. He backed him into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. They'll run the screen with Mack. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Ben to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And I think we've got a ball here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. It's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw again is Roethlisberger. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Landon Collins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They run it again with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. From midfield now, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. They were weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will be taken at the 13. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he'll get to the 29. You'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Roethlisberger, deep ball for Goodwin. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down the 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On the ground, Kamara. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Haskins will throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Washington. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Stop short of the goal line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Good. Makes this Washington 21. Raiders 9.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one. Out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll let this go deep for runs. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Henry runs.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Sherman. And his throw is incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. operating from the gun. Sherman, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Stephen Hauschka for the extra point.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Sherman. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Sherman able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
5-yard line.
On 1st down, Sherman. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Marquise Goodwin. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders get a score closer. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes this Washington 27, Raiders 16. Set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Here's Haskins out of the gun.
We'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A gain of 6 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Off play action. Sherman. Intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
He was covered.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Oh, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
On 4th down, Sherman.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sherman. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 23-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
The tackle made by Tanner Muse. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Washington.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. There he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Haskins to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious.
Today's finals, Washington.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turning out camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Can I get the dash? Can I catch me, bro? Ooh, can I get the dash? Can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? It's only like you know. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta rate my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? It's only like you know. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that?
A juke and shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Like work the middle, 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 work the.
Panic camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Cutting goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit. Round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count a four and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm out the chain, I'm out the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my